What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here in this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, Mav chat is not quite dead, but almost there. I apologize for the clickbaity title, but it is an important shift in the way we will probably be discussing Splinterlands if you are involved at all in the Discord. And so, here's the thing. I am in the Discord actually quite often. I don't talk or chat a lot unless I get tagged or unless there's something that I need to find out quickly. Probably because things have just gotten really, things have gotten really toxic. And the thing is, it's not just in map chat, right? You see it on Twitter or X, you see it on even the YouTube comments here. And so just engaging in stuff on map chat just felt like a waste of time in many ways, because people, there's a lot of really good ideas that come out in map chat, but then you have the discussion there that isn't as constructive, or at least for me, my preference is being able to talk about it here on the channel with you guys and then getting people to leave thoughtful comments, right? Otherwise it turns in, it devolves into whatever, map chat is. And maybe I'm not trying to hate on anybody or hate on map chat itself. It just wasn't my thing. I just didn't like to be in there, reading and writing walls of text towards people when, to me, there were better ways to go out and do things. And I think most people felt that way. But if that was what you were doing, if that's how you decided to communicate and be a part of the community, more power to you, except now it's going to look a little different. The team has created 3 separate channels. They're all considered dedicated VIP channels based on asset ownership. And as part of the update, they will be archiving the Mav chat. So here's the thing. New Discord roles and channels. There's going to be a card collector chat, which is for anybody who owns 2.5 million CP, which is a lot. Now, I don't even have a lot of cards. I'm just shy of 1 million CP at this point, so I'm not even going to be there. I think you'd need to own either all of Modern and some of Wild, or if you just own a lot of the Wild cards, the CP was significantly higher there. So if you're a card collector, that's your room. If you are a land baron, meaning that you own 50 plots, there will be a room for you. And then shard holder. I wish there was a better name for shard holder. But that is for SPS, right? Splinter shards. So if you own at least 250,000 SPS, you'll be in there. That is the room that I will be in. And right now it says no access, but I believe there was something that Royal Eagle posted here. Okay, so you can see it's called the card collector's room, the land baron's room, shard holder's room. Okay, I guess that's pretty straightforward then. And you'll have to register for each of those. Now, again, you don't have to pick just one. If you qualify for all or 1, 2, or 3, you'll be able to join all of them. And I think that the conversations in each of them will probably be very specific towards owning cards, owning land, or owning SPS. So that's where it's at. Now, for the current Monster Maverick role, which if you are in Map Chat, you have this role, it's going to undergo a name change and will no longer distinguish you from other members on the Discord server. However, it will remain an indicator that you have purchased enough packs to access the QA server. So there will still be benefits for holding the Mav title, the Mav Chat. It's just now you'll have to go into one of these other channels or go into the tavern or any of the other channels that currently exist, right? There's already a tokenomics, tournaments, brawls. There's already a land channel, right? Rooney. So I would say that this is probably a long overdue change. I know there's going to be a lot of people that complain about it, but the truth is, and I'm speaking completely from my perspective here. So I'm putting this out there because I'd like to get your perspective. I know there's probably a lot of people who don't think the same way that I do, and I want to hear your thoughts. But for me, I just wasn't participating anymore. It didn't seem like it just didn't seem like a good use of my time. I want to be able to go in and have discussions, and I think the conversations that we have on this channel are, if at the very least, I know there's a lot of salt that gets thrown on the channel here, but it's just fun for me to go through because I know most of the folks mean it in jest, or they're not, saying it personally, or there's something kind of like, I don't know, there's something kind of nice about it where people are here and we're all just kind of either, talking about the game or making fun of the game together, but not in a way that's, I feel like, offensive to people, or at least in my opinion. But in Discord and in, a lot of these like major group chats, sometimes it can get pretty crazy. So I am looking forward to being in the SPS room, the shard holder room, because I would just like to be able to have conversations about SPS and see where this is going. Obviously, it has gone nowhere but down, and we continue to set new all-time lows. But in the long run, and when I say long run, I'm talking, gosh, 2 years, as we close in on the end of the distribution for some of those initial launches like the SPS staking rewards and all that. As we close in on that, I am very curious to see how things will shake out and what the sentiment for folks who own a lot of SPS will be like, right? Rather than a lot of the folks that have sold out. And I think that's part of the issue with Matcha. You had a lot of people that sold out but still had access and could just come in and talk crap about whatever. And again, it's your right to do that. I mean, you paid you got the packs and whatever, and you can say whatever you want. Obviously, I don't think that the team saw that as something productive, especially for new players coming in. And I tend to agree with them on that. I mean, again, I've said this before. I'll say it one more time, and I'm sure I'll say it many other times. But for the purpose of this video, I'll say it again. Whenever I go into another games Discord and I see a lot of people just complaining, it's an immediate turnoff for me, right? It's like, okay, I don't think I even want to be part of this. So if we're here trying, and this is where it sucks, right? Because I understand the desire to be able to air your grievances, right? Free speech, blah, 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 all that. Like it's cool. But there is a line. There is a line there, a fine line that needs to be walked where it goes from complaining about the game so much and constructive criticism. I'm sorry, it goes from constructive criticism to just complaining about the game, of which I still think you have a right to do so. But at a certain point, it becomes destructive rather than constructive. So where that line is, I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know that. And I think it's different for every situation and every conversation. But I believe this change will be somewhat positive, although I know it's not going to be well received. Again, I'm speaking purely from my perspective. I did not go into MavChat at all. I mean, I would check in every once in a while if there was something major, just try to get the vibe of the room, and that's about it. But I'm going to give this new thing a try, and hopefully it ends up being a little bit more collaborative, constructive, informative, whatever the team is hoping will come from this, because you'll be with other people who are kind of seeing the vision. Now, the concern is it just turns into an echo chamber, which is not great either. But that's what I have this channel for. You guys get to throw the salt for free on this channel. You don't have to buy anything or do anything. You throw the salt for free, and I make sure that I see all of it in the comments videos. So I'll try to keep my feet on the ground with that. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like I said, I think that this is going to be a hot topic for many people. But objectively speaking, I think it was the right thing to do. And I do think that it was long overdue to redefine, especially since so many people left the game, to redefine how and where these kind of VIP channels existed. And so doing it based on asset ownership makes a lot more sense, because there's a lot of assets here, right? Land, cards, and SPS. And so have rooms where people can go in and talk about that are like MavChat, right? Like, so you are able to prove and verify that you own, X amount or the required amount of these assets, and can be around hopefully like-minded people. But that is all I have for you guys in this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I will catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.